Hello and welcome to another episode of Thomas Muse Extra, and I am here with Ben. You've got the new single and video, ANANSI'S Last Stand out, and like everything that you release, I've like watched it loads, I've listened to it loads, I've streamed
You've
it loads.
listened to it?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
All 7 odd minutes of it, repeatedly.
Odd minutes.
Odd minutes, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I have listened to it. I really, really like it. I find it fascinating seeing the creative process because, like, obviously when you see the video, it's only a small snapshot of the kind of work that goes into it, and it's just really, really interesting to kind of see your perspective and where you're coming from and how it all gets created. But
Did you enjoy watching it?
yeah, I did. I really enjoyed it. It felt kind of like mystical and like otherworldly, and there was like a little bit of a sense of kind of things aren't what they seem.
Don't tell you lies, but my story is hard to believe. I could save the land, but the future is all you can see.
It felt a little bit like a sort of more like darker version of Magic Circle.
It's meant to be the same kind of world.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what kind of world.
What kind of world?
It's like a made-up world.
Made up world,
I
yeah.
think it's just playful and it's just imaginary. It's like places and characters, and it allows me to just, kind of dip in and out and write different things.
One of the things I liked about the video is the writing on the mirrors and things and how it kind of changed. Like you had things like Hope and then there was Hide, which I thought was really interesting.
I really struggle talking like this about the tracks because I put so much into the tracks themselves. I kind of feel like it's done now and it's in the music and it's in the words and it's down to everybody else to interpret it. But I understand that that's not good enough.
It's like, no, tell me more. Because like I know I've got like my thoughts and feelings on it, and everyone's going to have that because it's subjective. But I do find it interesting to hear what you were sort of, what was going on in your mind, like what the thought process was with it all.
Well, my mum's a writer. She writes children's books. I think you've read.
Yeah, she's got a really like the imagination. It's just...
And I think I'm just a very lazy storyteller. I probably should write a book, but I'm too lazy to do that.
Well, I wouldn't say you're too lazy because I think like the amount of work that goes into the music videos and things is kind of.
Yeah, but I'm also stupid as well. So
Stupid.
There's an irony in there that I think I'm saving myself time, but actually I'm not. I'm probably spending a lot more time than I should doing these things.
That definitely comes across in ANANSI'S Last Stand. There's definitely like a story behind it.
I wanted ANANSI'S Last Stand to kind of like almost like tell some of the beginnings, some of the origins. If you listen to ANANSI'S Last Stand and then you listen to a track like My Mortal Fool, they're very, like, chronologically, they're at opposite ends. So ANANSI'S Last Stand is the very beginning, and My Mortal Fool is kind of like up towards the end. And you've got things like His Master's Voice in there.
Yeah.
What was the other one you mentioned?
I thought Magic Circle.
Magic Circle, yeah. It's all in there. It's all this kind of like all these different characters, and the mirrors I suppose I use to just reflect.
Yeah. Although what I liked about the mirrors was because like mirrors can reflect, but they can also like through the looking glass, whereas like reality isn't quite what it seems, and that's kind of what I got from the music video was that things aren't quite what they should be. There's like something slightly uneasy there.
I think it's about the character that's reflected, because the character that I'm trying to portray in ANANSI'S Last Stand is unsavoury, whereas My Mortal Fool is not unsavoury.
Yeah, it's like there's the trickster and then there's like pure.
Yeah, it's like a kind of ANANSI'S Last Stand. You've got this kind of conniving, tricky sort. It sounds kind of throwaway, just a tricky sort, but then it's always seeking to gain great power.
Yeah.
Power beyond as well, establishing where that comes from, that need to be tricky and aloof. I suppose then the consequences of that, talking about the music as it were.
Yeah.
we're not actually talking about the music. And that's good. I like that, because it isn't really about the music. It's definitely about the themes, and it's definitely about what's within it.
It just feeds into each other. That you've got, like, you know, the lyrics in particular, and then, you know, like, I Tell You No Lies, and at the same time you've got this kind of like weird, surreal kind of video to go with it, which kind of makes you feel like, are you telling me the truth?
Yeah, well, it's quite, and I wanted it to be quite kind of forceful as well, quite kind of persistent and unrelenting. The videos, I always feel like they're very clear. I can see how they could appear to be surreal. It's like a very clean expression.
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to kind of get something across, and I just assume everyone will get it, but then when you watch it, I can see how it's not clear, and that in a way leads to the abstract kind of surrealism.
But I suppose once you've kind of put it out there, you've kind of relinquished that.
Yeah,
thing.
but I think in surrealism there is often very clear statements.
Yeah.
It's just the context sometimes is skewed, so we receive it in a kind of like, what do they mean? What's that about?
I've got my own thoughts when I watch the video because I've got my own experiences. So it's kind of like I can see what you were doing, but at the same time, like, my own perception is kind of putting my own bias on it. And I think a lot of people probably do that, where it makes it more subjective.
A statement that is easier to understand gives you more information. Another reason why I find this more challenging. So I feel like I've given everything away in the creative work. By doing this, I'm kind of almost like dumbing it down and giving more than I should.
For me, I don't feel like you are dumbing it down, because I feel like you're giving it more context, which actually kind of opens it up more, and it kind of makes it feel more tangible in a way, which I like. The track is epic, which I like, because it's kind of like, it feels like there's like a simple thread to it, but then there are moments where it's almost like the bottom drops out and it's all very kind of, I'm trying to think of the right word, not folksy, because it's not a folk song, but it's got that kind of feeling of sort of...
I wanted it to feel like it was coming from me, like my actual body. All the percussion instruments are here.
That's cool.
So there's not a kick drum in it. It's me doing that. I can remember recording one of the earlier albums with Scott Hammond on drums, and I remember asking Scott how he wanted his kick drum to sound, and he did that. He was like, I want it to sound like that. Yeah, so I kind of get a microphone as close as I can. And that's the kick sound on the album, and then out of that it's just sounds around the body just to get the percussive sounds, and it gave a really nice kind of just a feeling like it was. I like that thing that it's coming from here.
It's like there's like a depth to it. It's like coming. It's like
One
of the other things I like about this track is that it's like with all of your songs actually. There's like they're different, but they're still a Thomas Muse sound to it, which I find really interesting, that you're able to still capture a sort of sound that's like quintessentially yours.
We released This Isn't Rage,
and
then we released ANANSI'S Last Stand, which are very, very different. The important thing is the trumpet. It's to explore the sound around a trumpet centric sonic identity. So the trumpet is like kind of always there in a way. Even if you can't recognise it, it's there somewhere. And just seeing how much can we do out of that. That's ultimately what the sound is. Is like we can do anything we want to, so long as it's got a kind of trumpet-centric identity to it at its core.
Yeah, I can definitely feel that when I'm listening to your music. Like even when you're different effects with the trumpet, it's still your voice almost. It's that kind of
and trying to say things through the trumpet without words.
In Anansi's Last Stand, so you've kind of got the trumpet as a voice, but then obviously you've got Lucy singing and some of your vocals as well. And I quite like the fact that you've got, on one hand, you've got these like really clear lyrics that you really like enunciate, and then you've also got words that are not really words, but they sound like words.
Yeah,
and I've noticed there's a bit of a theme.
Maybe they're my words.
Because I've noticed there's a bit of a theme with some of your songs, because there's like in the Scenes of Winter album, quite a few of the songs on there had a really similar.
I mean, I just like putting things out, like making language up. I'm like putting little. If you just do a little bit of digging, you can figure out what they are.
Yeah.
Just to try and put a bit more thought into it.
Yeah. Well, I definitely feel that, because when I'm listening to your music, I never feel like, you know, sometimes if you're in the middle of doing something and you just put like a song on and you can kind of mindlessly, like, I never feel like that when I'm listening to your music. I feel like I have to listen to it because it's got so many layers and there's something new, like either with the trumpet sound or with something else that you're doing. There's always something that draws your attention, so it's just interesting to hear you talk about like the way that you process it all and you bring it all together. And going back to the video, I really like
There's 3 versions, you know.
I know there's 3 versions. I was just going to say about like the dance, like the movements, because like I like dancing and stuff, so whenever there's like a bit of motion, and I thought it was quite striking, some of the, you know, the arms, and then watching sort of Lucy doing the sort of dance, and like you like, and then the way that you were both moving when you had like the lyrics on the screen, and then there was like the 2 of you each side like moving around, and it was almost a bit jarring, but it was interesting.
I've got no idea what I'm doing. I'm not a dancer. It's purely an expressive statement. It's flailing about. That's what it is.
But it fits. It's like it's almost like conscious flailing. It's like flailing that matches the.
I suppose it's for those times, is to reflect kind of an uninhibited kind of condition of seeking to express what's going on, whatever that may entail, whether it's through the music and playing a line, or delivering a lyric, or it's some kind of movement. If that's what's needed to, this is what I want to say, then you've got to do it, and you've got to kind of like make sure your body's loose enough to be able to do it.
It's like just another way of expressing.
Yeah, definitely.
The story.
Effectively expressing yourself with minimum means.
Like that.
Which I can subscribe to.
Yeah.
Because I have minimum means.
Well, you've got a body, so that's a start. Yes. One of the parts of the video that really like jumped out to me was where you had "You Are Not Broken" on your arm, and that kind of like, when that came up on the screen, it kind of almost made my heart jump a little bit, because it was so sort of, it was almost like it was breaking the fourth wall. It was like talking to the viewer, and it just kind of, I don't know, it kind of sealed it all even more for me.
It's kind of like a magic trick. So the "You Are Not Broken" is almost like an abracadabra moment. The idea is that this kind of tricky character is trying to uncover the secrets of immortality. That's one of the kind of like the big kind of reveal tricks. Because
it did kind of, when it came up on the screen, it felt a little bit like a electric shock seeing it, and just kind of, which I guess then would probably resonate with a lot of people. So when they're watching it, it's kind of, they're being drawn into Anansi's world, I guess. Yeah. With that one moment.
And once you're drawn into a world, once somebody's able to do that, to kind of draw you in, you know, that's where the power starts. On one level, you can just take it as a kind of like, it's a song. It's you could say it's a love song even. You could just say it's just a piece of music with a few imagery things. Or you could say there's more to it, and you could read into it. And if you do want to read into it, there's a huge amount to read into it.
Yeah.
I think everybody's going to see it in a different way. So even if I say, oh, that's about that, somebody else may feel something else, and that's fine. It doesn't have to resonate with people according to how I've delivered. So if people feel something completely different, it could mean something completely different to somebody else, and that's fine. I know what it means to me, and even that may change.
Yeah.
You put these things together with a certain kind of like, with a certain rigidity, but then it starts to free up, and it's very flexible, and it may go somewhere else.
And it can.
And I hope it does.
Yeah, I definitely felt that it's one of those videos where, because it's got so many layers that how I feel about it today might change next week because something else has come up, and I imagine a lot of people watching it will probably feel the same. So, kind of like bringing in their own sort of feelings for it. The video is on TMTV. Is that all of the versions, or
All
just
the versions
all the
will be
versions?
on TMTV.
All the versions will
Yeah.
be on, and it will be on all the different music platforms like Spotify, Amazon, YouTube Music.
It goes
to
out
check.
goes out everywhere, so it's readily available for people to.
And obviously it'll be
watch
on
and
Thomas
stream.
Muse, the website as well.
Yeah.
So if you go to new releases, there will be Anansi's Last Stand there, so you can listen to it, and then it'll link to all of the different sites that it's on as well.
Yeah,
So
and that's the most fun part is knowing that people can listen and stream, and that's what it's all about.
and take it in, and
Yeah.
then form their own opinions, and then
Definitely.
yeah, I'm gonna go and look for all the versions now because I've only seen the one, so I'm gonna go and check out all the versions. So yeah, do the same. Go and listen to it, check out all the versions, and let us know what you think. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.